What's going on, fuckers? That new, Final Fantasy Tactics came out. Isn't that kind of cool? Hold the fucking phone. What's going on, chatters? Fuckers, etc. What is this? International Translation Day? They're just making everything up. What the fuck is that? I looked on the calendar and that's what it said. What the fuck does that even mean? You did what to whose tactics? You heard me. Buenos dias. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. I hate to think that you might actually like a Riot game. Oh no. You know, actually, you're not the first person to recommend me TFT. So, you know, I have other games to play before I succumb to TFT and other Riot-like games. You know, I don't have to sell my soul like that just yet. Look at my Switch. I was installing Final Fantasy. Yep, so finished. Fucking huge, dude. Fucking massive. Cool. I finally unlocked the final unrivaled fight for Hades. I'm excited to see what they are. My one TFT playthrough was obsessed. Sit for a week or two? Dude, some people just love TFT. Valorant, I mean, I haven't played in a long time. I watched some Valorant stream yesterday, and dude, they have so many characters now. What the fuck? They just keep making characters. Well, that's a good badge. How'd you get that? You'd have your units not work. Oh wow, Dung Turf. Sounds like you've been traumatized by TFT before. Sub to a Hades 2 streamer before October 5th. I don't even Twitch chat, so why would I want that? Now that I think about it. That was the fastest I've ever caught my FOMO being stupid. Not gonna lie, that badge is kind of ugly. No, it's not. It's in the Hades like art style when you like max your relationship with them, like everyone. Not gonna lie, Sibo, you're kind of ugly. Yeah, now what? You know what? Fuck it. We'll play Hades 2 music. No, go back. Have you been playing Hades 2? Let me see. Did you know they have a third song? Oh my god, one of my friends has put 50 hours into it recently. Oh, Tar is one of them. How many have I put into it? I have 95 total. This Smash Ultimate ass song? No, it's not. If I should beat Hades again before booting up Hades 2? Nah, bro, just get into Hades 2. Fuck, dude, I should just play Hades 2, because I think I'm now committed to doing high fear runs. Because, like, any other prophecies that I can fulfill are kind of just going to happen naturally. But I am at, like, endgame plot stuff. Bit spoilery. Sounds like Lifelight? That's disrespectful as fuck. Prophesize D's. What's D's? I saw Void was streaming this game for a while. 10 hours played recently. I hope he's enjoying it. No, this is not the protagonist. It's it's her. It's the water lady. Why does this game's music have lyrics? Dude, you are such a bitch. Just fucking enjoy something. Holy shit. Fucking good god, man. Just fucking accept it for what it is. Why is it like this? It sounds like this. This is stupid. Fucking Christ, man. Jesus Christ. Like the fucking 10-year-old who just bitches the whole car ride anywhere we go. Good God, man. What's that one song you listen to that sounds like elevator music, but it's so dope? Are you talking about this one? This one? Could be Bomberman. I don't know. I play a lot of just, I guess, elevator quality music. It is this one. It's Devil May Cry 5 Nico's theme. I'll just show you. That's the name of it. Oh, making fun of Mars music today? I think it's that day. $10-3 or $10-6. I think it's gonna be Friday. I guess I should probably start drafting people for who's definitely going to do it. So, let's see, what time did we agree to? So 4 p.m. Eastern. That's when we're gonna play. Oh, I'm gonna tell him right now too. Your boy is typing. Ironman's today? Maybe. I don't know. Let me see. I might have to do like a video or something today. Also, this shit is loud. Also, going to the monthly on Saturday. Very exciting. Who's gonna banana Ken? I feel like I've got to be better than the 10th best player in EE's chat. I don't know, maybe. The banana Ken 10 they call us. All right, guys, everybody play Ken and play the yellow alt. Yes, sir. That's the idea, Silver. Let me know if you want me to throw for content. Maybe. So far, some good choices are probably Luca, Chaos, Locky, Mr. Awesome. I think Ninja Monk wanted to play. That would be 5. We'll see who else is interested because I don't actually remember. I looked through who reacted to the fucking message, and some people did multiple reacts, which makes it harder to look at. I probably should have said not to do that, but whatever. Twilight Thief, sure. Rex, sounds good. No, Sharp's not invited. Guys probably can't with the time unless he anchors at the very end. That's fine. I mean, I'll when Chaos comes in here, we'll ask him. Beans. I don't like when you rub your face on me. Hey, talking to you, young man. He's just walking away. I react to your League of Legends clips. Wow, that sounds trash, dude. Why would I ever do that? Ooh, crunch. Ooh. It's genius. Yeah, that's just not going to work, Dong. They're just going to click off the stream. I can't do this Friday, going to the beach. Oh, fuck. Okay. Well, then remove your react then. Please. You guys are probably all garbage at League of Legends, let's be honest. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to watch the video. How MkLeo finally defeats his demons. Now, the only demon that I know that he has beaten is Shuton. Because Shuton used to farm that guy. Like, hella hard. I remember, I think at one point, Shuton was like 12, in games, was like 12-0 or 15-0 versus Leo. My guy got farmed. The only other person that I can think of that has farmed Leo so hard, or almost as hard, is Onan. I think Leo generally struggles against those two players the most consistently. He's not very good against Steve, I'm going to be completely honest. But, I'm curious to see what the video has to say. It's good old Rister Mice React content. Ooh, that's what we like to see. All right, Beans, if you're not coming over here, I'm closing this. Yeah, I'm closing it. All right. Onan and Shuton, the big two of Smash. Yeah, exactly, man. He's beaten Akola a couple times, but Who knows? Yeah, 12-0 in games is not a good look. So let's see what Mr. Mice has to say. I usually go back and forth with him pretty well. And this is the channel that you go to, Mars's channel, my channel, for any MkLeo conversations.
Every competitor in Smash Ultimate.
True, he actually struggled against Esam for a bit too.
It has one player that they just don't want to see in their bracket path. Whether
The bracket
that be
demon.
from a
Mine is Tweak. Thank you for asking.
skewed character matchup, a skewed player matchup, or they're just really good against you or your character.
That's really funny that he called it a player matchup because, and then he showed Dabuz because that's cruel to do because Leo has owned Dabuz since the beginning of Ultimate. In fact, there was one tournament that Dabuz did really, really good at, and then he had to fight Leo. This was around the time that Leo was like only playing like Byleth. And I think that was it. And then he just went Joker versus him. It just killed him. He just destroyed him.
Everyone's got that one player that makes them feel dread like no other.
Okay, they're showing Leo versus Zamba, but they're forgetting the part where Zamba kind of farmed Leo for like 2 or 3 sets in a row.
And even Smash's top competitors are no exception. Even MkLeo, widely regarded as the greatest Smash Ultimate player to ever do it, has certain people he doesn't want to meet in tournament. Even Superman has a kryptonite. But, and hear me out here, what if he didn't?
Bum, bum, bum.
Hey,
See, that's the cat's being an idiot, and he trapped himself in the closet. Yeah, dude? Hold on. I have to take a picture of him 1 second. He's in the empty laundry basket. What an idiot. Anyway, what were we talking about? Oh, that's the annoying part about competition is that you can absolutely destroy somebody and have them solve to a T, but then they get like, you know, some coaching or they figure out what's wrong and then they change their playstyle completely, and it's really annoying when they start countering you.
real quick before we begin, I just want to give a quick update. I'm live on my Twitch channel streaming Smash every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I used to also multi-stream on this YouTube channel, but I learned recently from Hungrybox that doing that actively hurts the algorithm of my actual uploads. That's something I absolutely have to avoid, so for the foreseeable future, I'm only going to be streaming on my Twitch channel. You can find the link to it in the description. It's just twitch.tv/RisterMice. With that, let's go ahead and get into the video. MkLeo is one of Smash Ultimate's most celebrated competitors, but even he has demons. Demons who have caused him pain in his brackets for as long as the game's been out. That is, however, until a unique opportunity arose, giving MkLeo the chance to finally score one over on his two toughest opponents. Today we'll be going over who these opponents are and MkLeo's history with them before finally going into their most recent encounters, in which Leo was bringing something new to the table, something that had maybe let him overcome these demons.
Scumbag counter picks. That's what it is. Mitzi, thank you for the 46 months. My go to streaming, yes.
For the first time. And we'll be going over these events in chronological order, meaning that there's no place to begin but the start. Our story begins in spring of 2019 at 2GG Prime Saga Kickoff.
I don't think he had a demon in early Ultimate. I don't think there was anyone who truly farmed him.
This tournament wasn't even the main event of the weekend. It was actually
I'd say maybe his first demon was like Samsora for a little bit, because there was a time where like Samsora beat him like 2 or 3 times in a row, but I don't know.
a pre-local for the Super Major 2GG Prime Saga. MkLeo, as the most dominant player of the era, was entering into the tournament as the first seed, and he'd make it to winners finals pretty easily, having a close call game 3 in pools, but otherwise not dropping a game, defeating Falco main Isman and Gluttony in top 24 in order to make winners finals.
Not the Marth, Not Leo 3-stocking Gluto with Marth. How does that happen? Oh my god.
But meeting Leo here was not the second seed Zachary. Instead, it was the third seed who had just upset Zachary the round prior in winter semis. The first of MkLeo's two biggest demons. A bastion of representation for solo Olimar, and one of the best players in Japan, if not the best at the time, Shuton. And this was the first time that these two players would ever fight. Now, importantly, this tournament took place on April 12th, 2019. Joker would be released only 5 days later on April 17th. So Leo didn't have access to who would eventually become his most iconic character. Most of his tournament run thus far had been with Wolf, but this set opened up with Marth, as
Marth is so bad. I didn't know he played mostly Marth this tournament.
sorties are typically seen to have a favorable matchup into Olimar. And the set started off relatively even, a good tipper F smash at ledge evening up a bad percent deficit cleanly. But pre-patch Olimar was a much different beast than what we're used to today, as Shuton put 95% onto MkLeo in the blink of an eye, finding the stock with a blue Pikmin up throw mere moments later. This time,
I hate when these videos just like play-by-play a game that happened all the way in 2018, bro. Just give me the lore. I don't need the breakdown.
there'd be no tipper in the world that could salvage this game 1, which solidly went to Shuton. Game 2 started off a whole lot better for Leo, getting up into an early lead, but a whiffed up B allowed Shuton to get an opening to take the stock before Leo could. Shuton was doing an amazing
Humble
job
mid-tier Wolf? No, this was pre-patch Wolf where down smash actually killed at 30 in the corner.
playing around Leo's range,
Uncharged.
both keeping him out with his zoning game and also outplaying him with footsies, baiting out committal moves that Shuton found punishes on. And if a 3-1 stock lead wasn't bad enough, yeah, Shuton really had that game in the bag. After that savage showing, MkLeo would swap off of Marth and on to Wolf, a
And everyone knows that Wolf actually kind of destroys Olimar. Did you want up? No, go ahead. No, it's all about you, buddy, right? Yeah. Of fucking course. Of fucking course. You suck beans.
common choice against Olimar players in the earlier days of Ultimate, with players like Tweak and Zachary using him to great effect against the top Olimars, Shuton included, back in 2019. But in this critical Game 3, Shuton was able to get Leo on the ledge, catching his recovery with an electric Pikmin down air, and then sniping him off stage with a purple Pikmin toss, once again taking the first stock after having gone down in percentages. And if just one offstage snipe was
Dude, he's
good enough
destroying
for you,
him.
how about one more? Now, MkLeo was not going to give up, and would impressively bring the game back to an even stock scenario, utilizing Wolf's pre-patch down smash to great effect. But
That shit would've
ultimately,
killed
the game
today,
would
too.
end through, I'll give you 3 guesses and the first 2 don't count. Yeah, that's right, another purple snipe. And that's how the first ever set between these two eventual legends of the game went down. Now, I'm not going to analyze every single set between Leo and his 2 demons, but I will be analyzing the first and most recent sets.
Shuton had the matchup experience, unlike Leo. I don't know. He's good against Olimar. I think Shuton just plays so weird that you have to like really get used to it.
Compare and contrast between the two and see the evolution in these rivalries. Leo would drop into losers finals and beat Gluttony again to get a rematch with Shuton in Grands. Grand finals was much better for Leo in terms of keeping it even with Shuton,
Oh, he played him in Grands.
but he still wouldn't manage to take a game. He'd go Wolf in
I remember. No, this is Congo song. Never mind.
games 1 and 3, but game 2 saw MkLeo go a character that modern fans will be very surprised to see all the way back in 2019, Corrin.
What the heck?
His first uses of this character in bracket, Leo would actually take Shuton's first stock, though.
Do you have to go right back? Okay. This little idiot is still here, by the way, in case you're curious. Yeah, people were just like, Olimar loses his swords, so everyone spams swords. And Corrin is the OG sword, and very simple to play. That's why there were so many like Lucina and Corrin counter picks, you know, from top players, just because like you can just get away with it.
Sadly, to no avail. Leo would lose once again 3-0, taking a second place finish at this pre-local. Oh, and as for the actual Super Major itself that this tournament was in preparation for, Shuton would actually go on to win the entire thing as the 11th seed, while MkLeo would place a disappointing 7th as the 1 seed. But time kept marching on, and MkLeo would not play another set against either of his demons until summer of 2022.
Sheesh.
Real quick though, keep in mind everything that's gone down between those two sets. Leo went from one of the top contenders in the game to the top contender, dominating the entire scene with his iconic Joker, going through lockdowns, and then coming back in 2021 and dominating the scene again with his Byleth. And in all that time, despite being at the same tournament several times, Leo never got his run back versus Shuton.
Why they making that picture? Why are they representing my boy Shuton like that?
In fact, our next set at Super Smash Con 2022 wouldn't even be against Shuton. Rather, this was the first time that MkLeo would come into contact with his second bracket demon, Anin. MkLeo was coming into Super Smash Con 2022 as the first seed, and yet again, would be relatively unchallenged going through most of his early bracket, getting through phase 1, 2, and 3 pools, while racking up wins over the likes of JW, Rivers, aka Shoyo James, and Fatality on the way in the top 32. But waiting for Leo here in winners round 1 of top 32 with—
Dude, I remember. This was like the tournament that like Owen popped off at, and I remember a lot of like the Midwest people were kind of like hyping up Onan. We're like, oh, this kid's nasty. Like, definitely the best Steve, low key, at the time. Just doesn't really travel much. And this was literally like 10 a.m. Sunday. Top 32 just started, and they were like, all right, Leo versus Onan, go play. No, like there was like a subtotal of like 100 people at the venue at that point, maybe less. Like realistically, no one really shows up for 10 a.m. pools, so people were just like waking up, and they were like, yeah. Leos and losers, lost to Onan, lost to Steve. It's just like, oh, well, fuck, that's weird.
Was a new face, Anin. Anin was still a very new name in the spotlight of the wider Smash audience. They had just won their first ever major about a month prior at Get On My Level 2022, beating Larry Lurr, Cola, Riddles, and Big D twice. But Gamel was a relatively smaller major compared to SmashCon, so there were still a lot of people in the Smash scene who had no idea who Anin even was. Despite this, Anin had also torn through the early phases of brackets, culminating in wins over Comet, Kobe, and Mutace, who was known as something of a Steve Slayer at that time.
Mute was not a Steve Slayer at that time. I don't think that's the case.
And so, the first ever meeting between MkLeo and Anin took place on the big stage at Super Smash Con 2022, with Leo piloting Byleth. Back during this time, people, including Leo, thought that Byleth did relatively well into Steve for basically the same reasons Sephiroth does well into him. A big disjoint helping with both breaking down walls at a safe distance and challenging minecarts.
Oh, how little we knew about Steve. Ugh.
Of course, these days, needless to say that people's opinions have shifted on that matter, at least a little bit. It's also important to keep in mind that MkLeo's only high-level Steve practice at that point was fighting Quandale Dingle-Lingleton earlier that year at Collision 2022. So there's something to be said about how well Leo knew the Steve matchup with any character.
Steve! I actually don't have a lot of experience against Steve.
Regardless, Anin would be the one who took first blood, hitting a fair spike into an up smash after they called out Leo's air dodge, though MkLeo would quickly respond. In this first ever meeting, we can see that Leo had some trouble working around Byleth's slow speed against Anin's walls.
Wait, is that true? Shuton had some good early results with Steve. Akola was inspired by him to pick. You're fucking trolling me. That's definitely a troll. You're saying just nothing. You're just lying.
He used neutral B to break the blocks, but to no avail, eventually losing his second stock to a diamond back air. Though when Leo was able to get in on Anin, he'd do pretty well, like what happened to even up the game in a last stock scenario. But ultimately, Steve's damage output,
it's real?
especially
Nope.
with
Don't believe
Diamond,
it.
far outpaced Byleth's, with another fair spike up smash taking game 1. Realizing that he needed to stifle Steve's camping, Leo counterpicked to a smaller stage in the form of Hollow Bastion. But Anin had a phenomenal advantage state to open up the game, taking Leo's first stock with barely 30% on the board. The second stock saw Anin take full advantage of Leo's knowledge gap versus Steve, using Anvil to drop down onto a block that was already on stage. Leo tried to catch this with up B, but Steve was too low for this to work, so
Yeah, he just tried something he thought would work, to be honest.
Anin was able to respond with Diamond F Smash. And even on a heavier character like Byleth, it was enough to take the stock at around 75% pre-hit.
I believe you,
At
Drake.
this point, we see Leo try to slow the game down, even playing off stage. But he played too hard, as a dropped anvil results in an untechable situation, losing Leo game 2. Running it back in game 3, we can see Leo finally start to figure out and utilize Byleth's optimal tool for breaking blocks, his forward air. But once again taking advantage of the knowledge gap, Anin was able to set up a shield break situation on the ledge,
Disgusting.
which Leo
Holy.
fell victim to, resulting in both a lost stock and a taunt from the young Steve. Even when Leo tried to fight back with pressure, Anin was able to footstool anvil out of shield to take the stock, one of the earliest uses on a major stage of a technique that would eventually become second nature for every Steve and their mother.
Fucking true. I don't know why every Steve knows how to do footstool out of shield.
Leo was now down 3 stocks to 1, but unlike his earlier set with Shuton, Leo wouldn't be able to bring it back to even. Anin achieved
killed.
their first win on MkLeo in 3-0 fashion, capped off with a dominant 3 stock. And in a lot of ways, this set is actually very similar to the earlier set with Shuton. Firstly, the character that Leo is going is different than the one he'd eventually be using in his most recent set against each player. Secondly, Leo's losses here actually have some commonalities. In both sets, Leo is facing off against a slow, methodical playstyle that he's struggling to approach.
Campers. Wait, actually, Shuton is not a camper, bro. He runs it down.
And
Bro,
even
did not
when
watch
he
the
does,
set.
both characters are able to output tons of damage. Olimar through Purple Pikmin and Steve through Diamond Tools. And in both situations, it's not really a
Sassy ass
character issue
Olimar.
per
Look
se,
at him.
though this point certainly applies more to Olimar, as MkLeo has, to this day, a 100% win record against Myron's Olimar, and is also undefeated against DeBuzz's Olimar, only ever dropping a set to his Min Min. In regard to Steve, MkLeo is undefeated against Quandale Dingle-Lingleton's Steve,
Insane
who
tag.
he had fought at Collision that same year and later in this very bracket at Super Smash Con. And that's not even mentioning that Leo would later go on to win the Ludwig Smash Invitational over Akala in this very same matchup. While Steve has certainly become more of a problem for Leo in recent years, at the time of this set, this loss was the outlier. And even today, Leo basically only loses to the best Steves, like Akala, Syrup, and Anin themselves. Either way, in regard to this bracket, MkLeo would go on to make a big losers run, beating Anathema, Aaron, Quandale Dingle-Lingleton, and Cola before eventually losing to Gluttony to place 5th as the first seed. As for Anin, they'd go on to defeat Riddles, Gluttony, and Meister twice to win the entire thing as the
Bro, this was the one that
16th
Onin
seed,
won.
a now
Most of the time you beat a top player, you just go 0-2 immediately after. But Onin was like, nope, nope, and nope. I win those.
historic win. I suppose that's also another similarity between these two sets. The fact that both players went on to win Super Majors after beating Leo, with Anin at Super Smash Con and Shuton at Prime Saga. Speaking of Shuton, Leo's next chance to go against the Japanese Olimar approached extremely quickly after his first encounter with Anin, taking place at the Scuffed World Tour later that same year in fall of 2022. MkLeo entered into Scuffed World Tour as the first seed, and won 2 sets in a row against Kazuya players, Ferps and Riddles, which included the legendary Marth counterpick that has now been cemented into the Smash Ultimate Hall of Fame. But after moving into winner's side top
Dude,
8,
memes.
Leo had lost 3-0 to Tweak and fell into loser's bracket, where Shuton was waiting for him.
No.
Shuton's bracket path had been almost entirely through losers. After winning his first set against Sonics 3-1, Shuton lost a close game 5 to Akala before proceeding to defeat DeBuzz and Gluttony to
Why
make it
is
to the
Gluto going
finals to
DK?
fight MkLeo. This set, just like the first 2 they had fought back in 2019, was a 3-0 sweep in Shuton's favor. Leo tried to go both Byleth and Marth into Shuton, utilizing big disjoints that Olimar is supposed to be weak towards, but to no avail, even though all 3 games did go to last stock. This loss would eliminate MkLeo at 5th place as the first seed, and as for Shuton, he'd go on to use his Aegis to win the runback versus Akala in a close game 5. Before losing
Dude,
to
Shuton
his
is so
own
good.
bracket demon in
I have a lot of
Tweak
respect for him.
3-1 in losers finals to place 3rd as the 7th seed. Though interestingly, I want to bring our attention back towards Shuton's victory over Akala. You see, in their first set together, Shuton had tried the Olimar against Akala's Steve, which ultimately got pretty badly beaten, inspiring Shuton to go Aegis into Steve for the rest of the tournament. And not only would he end up winning the run back, he 3-stocked Akala in Game 5 of Losers Semifinals. And you've gotta imagine that Leo watched this set and may have gotten some ideas from it. Leo himself had been dabbling with Aegis in 2021, most notably, of course, using it to win the Smash World Tour, and using it as recently as Rise and Grind 2022, where Aegis was Leo's primary character to win that major.
Poor Anathema just has to keep playing Leo. Sheesh.
Was
Oh my god, we're not even halfway through this video.
struggling more and more against Steve as the meta progressed, perhaps Leo watching this set here started to plant some seeds that we'll see sprout at a later date. The next time Leo would get a chance to fight his demons was 2024, and just like with 2022, things have changed a lot in Leo's career since he had last battled either player. First of all, it's important to note that at this point, people were really beginning to notice that Leo had these blind spots.
It's crazy to, I don't know, like now that I know like the time gap between the times that Shuton has played Leo, it feels so like disingenuous, right? So like the first time they played was like definitely real at Prime Saga, right? He played Marth, he thought it would work. He played, I think, Wolf, thought it would work. Lost 3-0. It goes like that. The next time they played, this was the meme tournament where Leo had a little bit of the good stuff, and he might have been a little high, he might have been a little under the influence, and he chose Marth, which was a high degree of trolling, and he got 3-0'd rather. So it's hard to like genuinely count that, right? And then the next time they played, I actually don't know where the third time they played was, but I think it was probably legit. Thing is, now that he's like finds his mains and like, you know, finds his footing as a player, Leo, like it feels like more genuine to start counting the sets, you know?
And now his record against Shuton specifically was becoming a proper storyline. The other big thing is that Leo's character pool has once again shifted. Up to now, a big point of contention with Leo's record against Shuton specifically is that he had never gone Joker into him before. He's gone Wolf, Marth, Byleth, and even Corrin. But Shuton had never faced off against Leo's Joker. And for that matter, neither had Anin. Would that prove to be the key factor to
Nope, he's
figuring out
getting
these
3-0'd
matchups
again.
once and for all?
Nope,
Well,
I know
Leo's
how this
next
goes.
set against one of these players was actually online, the only Wi-Fi set in his records against either player. It's important to consider that Joker isn't typically seen as a Wi-Fi character, while Steve very much is. Leo had been coming into the tournament as the 5th seed, sweeping his way to top 64 before losing in an upset to Elijahman Shulk to drop into losers, winning just 2 more sets before having to go up against Anin, who had also torn their way into top 64, before being upset by TM7 Zaps Bowser Jr. and dropping
Love
into
Wi-Fi.
losers to fight
Love
Leo.
Wi-Fi. We're skipping Wi-Fi. I don't care about
Of the
Wi-Fi.
weekend, among others, before 3-0ing Ryuo in order to face off against Shuton, who had wins over Ryope, Naocha,
Wait.
3-0ing Ryuo in order to face off against Shuton, who had wins over Ryope, Naocha, and Kuhaku up to that point. This set was the first time that MkLeo was facing off against Shuton with his Joker, but also the only time in their
Holy
set history where they were
mix.
facing off against Shuton with
What
his
a
Joker,
demon.
but also the only time
Oh.
in their set history where they were fighting on Shuton's home turf, with Leo now being the one who needed to deal with jet lag and other complications that come with traveling across oceans. This set is notable in the fact that it is, by far, the closest set that these two have had up to this point, and Leo still wasn't able to take a game. Shuton
Yep.
clutched out last hit
Trash.
scenarios and
No, he's not trash, honestly. It's just Shuton just clutched harder. Bro's the mix lord.
made good comebacks in order to win the set 3-0. And from here, Leo dropped into losers and won 2 more sets over Maipan and Rabikusu before losing to Japanese hero Akakikusu for 9th place as the 11th seed. While Shuton, on the other hand, would defeat Hurt and Snow, only losing a close game 5 to Mia and a 3-0 to Akala to place 3rd as the number 6 seed. Huh, that's the exact same seeding and final placement of Onin at the coin box. Interesting. The next year,
No, it's
spring
not.
2025, saw MkLeo not get another chance to face off against Shuton, but rather a whopping 3 whole sets against his other bracket demon, Anin, 2 of which took place at Level Up Expo 2025. MkLeo was entering Level Up Expo as the 16th seed, quickly farming his pool's opponents on the way into top 128,
That's tough, dude.
where he defeated Captain
That's tough. Seed 16, that's tough.
Krupp 3-0. Anin, on the other hand, was entering as the 17th seed, and they also swept their pool's opponents to make top 128, where they defeated Atada in a close game 5 to make it to MkLeo. Now, unfortunately, of all the sets that we're covering in today's video, this is the only one that we don't have a VOD for, but snippets of it were captured off of a handcam stream that has only been preserved through watch parties. Though this set is very notable in that this was the first time that MkLeo took a game off of either of his demons, winning game 2 against Anin. Though sadly, that game was the only one that Leo would take, as Anin would win the set in 3-1 fashion, casting Leo down into the loser's bracket. The two of them would meet later on in top 8, but the path they took to get there was very different. MkLeo would tear through losers, winning 5 sets in a row, defeating Apollo Kag.
Honestly, he had a phase of time where Gluto was his demon. Nobody talks about that. But they really should, because Gluto was also farming Leo super hard. Maybe dropping games here and there, but like, he was farming.
Skinny the Poo, who had just eliminated Akala from the tournament, Gluttony in a game 5, Louis Money, and Rawroot to make loser's side top 8. Anin, by contrast, would benefit from Kurama's upset over Akala the round prior. Anin defeated Kurama to make winner's side top 24, where they would lose to Zamba, before defeating Wrath in a close game 5 set in order to make it into loser's 8ths to face off against Leo once more. In this set, Leo would start off playing hot, once again taking a game to open up the set, the second ever game taken over either one of his bracket demons. However, Anin would quickly get their act together, winning the next 3 games in a row, with 2 of them being comfortable multi-stock leads.
Sheesh.
This loss would eliminate MkLeo at 7th
But he took a game.
place as the 16th seed,
He's doing it.
and Anin would then proceed to go on an absolute rampage, beating Kiarash, Light, and Zamba in the runback, only losing to Doromigi in a dominant grand finals to place 2nd as the 17th seed. But it wouldn't be long before MkLeo would get another shot at Anin. It was at Kulon 16, which took place right after Kagaribi 13's absolute craziness. And it was here that we'd see the final evolution in MkLeo's game plan against Steve. You see,
Fucking
Leo
Leo.
had gone back to the drawing board, and even though
He's had a few demons over the years for sure. I mean, I think like the big ones are obviously Onin and Shuton. I think Tweak towards like the end of Tweak's little, you know, I don't know, before he retired or whatever. Tweak's definitely been his demon towards the end, and then also Gluto for sure, but Gluto he beat recently. Bro hasn't beaten Tweak in like 4 years. Yeah. Those are the only ones I can really think of.
before was spent narrowing down
Proto?
his
No, I don't
character
think so.
lineup, he
I don't
decided
know.
to bring out an old face to tackle his new, ever-growing Steve problem. Leo would bring out the Aegis. MkLeo was coming into Kulon 6
If DLC Pack 1 don't work, we go to DLC Pack 2. It's a simple mathematical equation.
as the 8th seed and made it through pools easily to make top 96.
The bigger
where he
number
defeated
is
BC
better.
Before fighting Anin, who was entering as the 9th seed and who also cleaned house in pools before defeating Kurofone 3-0 to face off against MkLeo. This set, like I mentioned earlier, would see MkLeo go Aegis into Anin's Steve. Aegis does verifiably better than Joker into the Steve matchup, but why is that exactly? Well, like we've seen in Shuton vs Akala, Aegis' speed allows her to get in on Steve much easier and run him down to prevent walls from even being built in the first place, much like other fast characters like Fox can sometimes accomplish. Additionally, once you do get in, Aegis' frame trapping and juggling, combined with her high mobility, allows her to keep Steve in disadvantage for longer. Not to mention, the longer range of Aegis allows you to more easily challenge minecarts, and Steve's own aerials with superior range. We can see this game plan demonstrated well in Game 1, where Leo's main goal is to stay underneath Anin when possible and keep them in disadvantage. And Leo plays Pyra almost like Cloud, utilizing a frame trap scenario of falling up air into up tilt to checkmate Anin. And Leo carries that game plan well into a Game 1 victory.
Huge.
Sadly though, much like his set at Level Up Expo, this Game 1 was the only game Leo would end up taking, as Anin would take the next 3 in a row. But if Leo had a much better character for the matchup and a solid game plan, why did he lose? Well, the answer varied game to game, but it all boils down to Anin doing a good job at exploiting Aegis' usual volatility. that being her vulnerable recovery and her struggles to sometimes pressure shields. If Leo wanted to defeat Anin with Aegis, he'd need one thing: polish. His game plan and character choice were solid, as was his advantage state, but the fragility of Aegis as a character was just being exploited too often. As for Kulon 16, Leo would go on to win only one more set against Kananabe before losing to Rocky's Kazuya and Steve to place 13th as the 8th seed.
Bro plays Kazuya and Steve. What an absolute gamer. Holy.
Anin would once again
We need more of that. We need more Steve Kazuya players in this world.
and go on an explosive run, defeating Mia, Tweak, Gluttony, and Sonics to win this Japanese super major.
Yo, I honestly always forget how good Onin is, like with the results and stuff. It's genuinely impressive.
As the 9th seed.
Though, you know, it's impressive getting far by a content creator too. That's just what I know.
It's important to note that, at this point, much like Shuton before, Anin's impressive set record over MkLeo was starting to turn heads, and people were realizing that they were a big roadblock in any bracket Leo attended. In fact, with the double victories at Level Up Expo, Anin now had more wins over Leo than Shuton did.
They're in a farming contest in the background. That is fucking awesome. I think Tweak has this beat though. I'm gonna be completely honest.
With Anin at 5 and Shuton at 4. But, of course, this is the Smash community. When Shuton does it, it's a player versus player thing, and Shuton has downloaded Ultimate's GOAT. But when Anin does it, and even does it more than Shuton, does Anin as a player get any credit whatsoever? Of course not. At best, it ends in toxicity. At worst, Steve hate is used as a thin veil for bigotry, the favorite pastime of only the most
Bro,
pathetic
what's
of
up, Pink?
individuals. These two have accomplished something tremendous up to that point. A 100% win rate against an individual considered to be the best to ever play this game. Which brings us to our last two encounters.
What's
with
up, Pink? Go
MkLeo's
ahead,
bracket
speak your
demons,
mind.
As well as to the present day, July of 2025. It's the beginning of the month, on July 4th, and
I mean, okay. So what Rister Mice just said was like people are basically discrediting Onin, right? They're saying like when Shuton plays Leo, it's a player diff, but when Onin plays Leo, it's a character diff. Now, all I'm gonna say is that Shuton is literally the only Olimar beating him, and I've seen Leo lose to about 5 or 6 different Steve players in the last 2 to 3 years. So I'm going to say do with that information what you will. I'm not taking a side. I'm just presenting you the facts as they are relevant. You know?
Get on My Level Forever is happening in Toronto, Canada, where MkLeo is
I'm not going to discredit Onin. It's fucking hard to beat Leo. That is undeniable. But I am stating the facts here. It's okay to be boosted, is the message I'm trying to send here. It's okay to be boosted by your character. Do not take shame in that. And don't use it as an insult, because it's not insulting.
entering into Ultimate Singles as the 9th seed, and both Anin and Shuton are in attendance. But despite being a high seed, Leo's weekend could not have gotten off to a rockier start, as after sweeping his pool flawlessly, Leo would lose his first set in top 128 to Zog, better known to some of you as
I don't know what
Big
that
Duck
means,
Hunt
Star.
Fan 7000. Dropping into losers incredibly early, Leo was forced to go on a tear through losers bracket, which included a Game 5 clutch win over Vendetta, and benefiting from Muteace's DQ in order to face off against Shuton, who was entering as the 3rd seed and got a good win over Jackal before losing 3-0 to Cola to drop into losers against Leo.
Let's
Game
go,
1 started
Cola.
off fierce, with intense scrapping bringing both combatants to over 100%.
Oh, this is the
where
time he
Leo
finally
then
beats
found
him.
a key
I think he
spike
3-0s him
off
too.
stage to take first blood, and even racking up a decent amount of extra credit before losing his own first stock. In this second stock, we'd really start to see the key difference that was the turning point for Leo: his ledge game. Shuton was kept off stage for long periods of
It's worth being noted, so he said ledge game was the big difference here. Olimar is dog shit at ledge. He's got some mixy options, sure, but like He just loses to hitboxes most of the time. That is Olimar's biggest weakness is getting off of ledge.
Time continuously sent off stage with lightning fast back airs, though he was always quick to even the game back up. It looked as though we might be headed into a long last stock scenario until Leo found fair 1 into up smash out of nowhere to take game 1. Running it back to PS2, Leo would once again utilize Rebel's guard to take advantage of Pikmin that Shuton would stick onto him. But it was Shuton who would find an amazing early game lead by an entire stock. But at only 55%, Leo found a dare to get Shuton onto the platform before proceeding to do up throw up air like he's playing Inkling to get Shuton onto the platform.
Like he's playing Inkling? What the? I don't associate up throw up air with Inkling. What the hell?
Before proceeding to do
Did he try to whistle? Yep. Shuton tried to whistle on multi-hit. What an absolute gamer.
Throw up air like he's playing Inkling to steal away Shuton's stock and get back in control of this game. And lest you think that Leo
Radic, thank you for
needed
31.
Arsene to take stocks, he finds a critical drag down smash to take Shuton's second stock. No Arsene necessary. Shuton, despite having some percent on him by this point, was able to even up the stock count. And for a moment, it looked as if Shuton would take the game, getting Leo deep off stage with a purple Pikmin forward air. But a skillful recovery allowed Leo to get back on
Skillful
the
recovery, bro, got lucky, hello? Look at this dog shit timing from Shuton. Nice down here, dumbass.
But a skillful recovery allowed Leo to get back on the stage and reverse his fortunes, catching Shuton with Egeon in order to take game 2. The third game saw Shuton...
I'm just hating for no reason, my bad. There was an ad when I was talking about the Steve thing, Pink. But, did you hear what I said?
Again, much like in the previous game, though the lead wasn't anywhere near as large. Despite an impressive jab train across the stage, Shuton missed his finisher, allowing Leo
He was
to
going
find
for
an
reads,
opening to
hello?
even up the stock count.
You heard me? Okay.
And with no Arsene, Leo relied on his pure combo finesse to earn him the stock, finding a fair 1 drag down F smash at just the right time. And Leo would have lost his stock right afterward if not for Rebel's guard absorbing a purple Pikmin toss. A situation that had lost Leo so many stocks back in 2019, though Shuton did eventually even it up.
One may say you were thinking logically. That's something
Leo
I am
found a
known
fair
for doing.
1, which he converted into down tilt. Seems like a missed opportunity until he's put into the exact same scenario moments later. And this time, Leo picks up smash, taking the game and the set in 3-0 fashion over one of his biggest demons.
Find a freaking lead, dude.
Why was MkLeo able to win this set? It's important to remember that their last set at Delta 8, while being a 3-0, was still very close. It's just that this time, Leo was the one closing out the last stock scenarios and making the comebacks, not Shuton. But that begs the question...
It's almost like game counts don't tell the whole story. Just like how Shuton, clutched out 3 games to 3-0 him. Leo clutched out 3 games to 3-0 him. But you could, those were, it was 3-0, but it was close,
Why? What adaptations did he make? If you ask me, I think the biggest difference in this set versus his others is his confidence. And not strictly metaphorical confidence either. His fair 1 drag downs, his Rebels guards, his off-stage game that we saw in game 1. Leo was more willing to go for big options. And critically,
I think Leo kind of took more steps to actually mastering Joker, once he picked him back up, in the last year or two. Because back then when he used to play Joker, it was all fundies, just using the good moves in the situations they were supposed to be used in, which, doing that at the time meant you were a high level player, which is an insanely low bar. But that's how things were back in the day, that's just that's how games start out. But such simplicity does not make you a high level player anymore. You need to actually master your character and solve those niche equations, I guess, or problems that are presented in matchups. So what I mean by that is he started actually mastering Joker and using footstool out of shield gun. He used more Rebels guard in situations where it made more sense that he wouldn't get hard punished if he missed them. He was using up air drag down loops, which he really wasn't doing that much back then when he was definitively number 1. He got better at Joker, and there is no denying that. I don't think confidence is the correct answer. I think that Leo just got better. And it's hard to think that, when you're a number 1 player in the world, you can still improve. That is something that does happen all the time, but no one ever considers it. Mind you, he wasn't number one when he started improving his Joker, but you get what I mean. Like, high and top level players can still improve at the game.
They landed true. I also do think character plays a big part in his confidence boost. There's no secret that Leo truly feels himself with Joker more than any other character. For lack of a better term, he starts schmoovin'. This 3-0 sweep would eliminate Shuton at 13th place as the 3rd seed, and now it was finally Leo's turn to go on a big run after winning a critical set. After this win, he defeated Wilds 3-0 to make top 8, and then clutched a Game 5 banger set over Hurt, as well as using his Aegis to defeat Cola in a close Game 5. A player who had been giving him trouble recently at tournaments like Collision 2024 and the
Trash
second
counter.
Luminosity Invitational. Leo's run would only be stopped by Spargo, the eventual winner, going on what may be the best loser's run of modern Smash Ultimate, with Leo placing 4th as the 9th seed, not only beating one of his demons, but actually outplacing the other, as Anin would get 5th. Speaking of Anin, there's only one more set left to talk about in this video, and only one more bracket roadblock it could be against. Fast forward to the end of July, the 26th.
Dude, talk
and
about
we're
the
down
tweak
in Mexico,
rivalry.
MkLeo's home
Boo.
turf for S Factor 12, where MkLeo was entering as the 8th seed. At first, Leo would go undefeated, getting good wins over Nexus and Haunter's Steve on the way. Then, in round 2 of top 64, Leo would lose to Syrup Steve, dropping into losers and defeating Mo and Hurt to make it to Anin, who, by contrast, had been tearing it up in winners. They had made it to winners' quarters with no games dropped, getting double Falcon wins in Fatality and Andric, as well as benefiting from Yale
This
Hero
matchup is
upsetting
unwinnable.
Unity, as Anin would win that set 3-0 as well. However, at this point, Anin would lose 3-1 to famed Steve Killer Spargo in winners' quarters, and immediately afterward was put back on stream to face off against MkLeo. And if that wasn't enough, Spargo also took the time to coach Leo headed into the set. In short, what I'm saying is that Leo could not have asked for better circumstances headed into this top 8 qualifier. Game 1, much like the Shuton set earlier, started with both players scrapping fiercely, until Leo found a good downer spike, connecting it into an up B in order to take the first blood. Though the
But it's
game
just a
was
counter-picking
evened up
scumbag.
quickly, but Leo was
Leo's
playing
not the GOAT.
hot this set, and found an early low percent combo with Mithra that turned into a Pyra juggle situation. And whether it be a DI issue or an issue of PS2's low ceiling, Leo managed to get the kill at only 70% with Pyra's powerful up air.
Ouch.
Though the stock count was evened up due to an anvil catching Leo at the wrong place, wrong time. At
Dying
around
like an absolute
100%,
shithead.
Leo finds a dash attack to send Anin deep off stage, chasing with a fair that beats out Minecart to take game 1 for Leo. Game 2 saw Anin chase Leo off stage and try to set up a block edgeguard that had won them their previous set. But Leo, with the early up B, caught Anin before they could finish the setup, saving his own life while putting Anin in a poor position. Though unfortunately, as Pyra, that same early up B put Leo right in the position to be caught by Magma Block.
He probably thought that the wall would save him by doing that up B, but alas, Steve does not allow for such shenanigans.
Though the game was evened up extremely quickly yet again. With Diamond in hand, Anin did a good job at keeping Leo off stage, and eventually found an early stock with a clean fair spike. And another Diamond combo would put Anin in a lead that they'd ride all the way to a
Ooh.
Game 2 victory. Game 3 saw Leo correctly avoid one of the
Terrifying.
actions that had formerly sealed his fate, Anvil out of shield,
Spacing.
being able to properly dodge it. And through doing so, set up a down tilt up air kill confirm to take the
Holy
first stock
smooth
of the
down
game.
tilt.
We even see Leo attempt his own footstool out of shield shenanigans, though ultimately it's the classic down air up smash that takes the second stock instead. We can even see Leo, while he's on Mithra, avoid overextending with unsafe options, instead waiting for Anin to either approach him or start camping, so that Leo can head back in. When they decide to try and camp, Leo rushes back in and puts Anin in a Pyra juggle situation, which ultimately ends with dash attack sealing the game.
Bro's
in
just
Leo's
not
favor.
respecting dash
Much
attack.
like the end of Game 3, Game 4 saw Leo use Pyra's frame trapping to endlessly keep Anin in disadvantage, only to
That dead
eventually
knife
catch
close.
their recovery with a dare spike to open up the game. Once things get back into an even standing, we see Leo once again avoid unsafe overextensions by instead going for lots of grabs, throwing Anin upwards and trying to set up for even more juggle situations. An extremely smart adaptation from their
He's
prior
just getting
sets
smacked
together,
away over and
only
over.
to catch Anin actually overextending with a back air, using another down tilt up air confirm to bring Anin to last stock. Though the game was evened up quickly through the trusty Anvil out of shield. Now, it's Game 4, last stock, and MkLeo has the entire crowd behind him. Everyone watching, in the venue and at home, wants to see history be made. And there's nothing MkLeo is better at than making history.
Make it the down there. Make it the up smash. Whatever it is, but whatever hits
Dude,
is gonna seal the
Aegis
deal
is so
and make
lame.
it the
Stop
right
getting down
offer.
tilt up
And
air.
That's it.
That's it! Leo wins!
He does it.
Leo wins!
It
The GOAT
is
does
in
it!
the
The
bag.
GOAT does it! GOAT means GOAT!
Yes,
And his
sir.
ass is going to top 8!
Call it. Call it. Call
Let's
it.
go.
You called it.
Let's
And that's
go.
it. And that's it. He makes
Holy
it.
Phil, relax. Damn. It's not that
Makes it
serious.
the home turf. He
Ah.
is in his house.
It's amazing.
The energy.
It's
Everyone.
amazing.
Like a Genki Dama.
And so, MkLeo, within the span of a single month, finally defeated both of his bracket demons,
Champion.
Shuton and Anin. So now, only 2 questions remain. How will his sets with these players go from now on, and who's next? Who else has Leo not beaten yet? Let's begin with the first matter. Personally, I think Leo has changed all he needed to in order to finally start taking sets off of Shuton. With the renewed confidence in his Joker,
If he says that it's definitely going to be a Leo win, no, this shit's going game 5 next time. I'd put money on it.
their sets have gone from sweeps in 2019 to close called bangers in 2025. If I had to guess, even though Leo could theoretically go some different characters, with Rob in particular having a great matchup into Olimar, I think Leo Shuton sets will be Joker Olimar for the rest of this game's life. And I foresee the two of them going back and forth, just depending on who's playing better that day, and who can therefore close out last hits and make good comebacks. As for Anin, the swap to Aegis was the difference maker in turning their sets together into close races. But I actually think there is potential to see a different character here. MkLeo adapted wonderfully in not overextending, recovering smartly, and keeping Steve in disadvantage. But if this meta keeps developing, I imagine Aegis will struggle more and more as time goes on, much like how the Aegis Sonic matchup
I think Onin makes a lot of simple mistakes that if they just fixed, we might have a new best Steve in the world. But hey, just stop getting hit by simple things like down tilt up air and dash attack raw.
If that happens, I
It's
actually
easy.
think Leo's Rob would not be a terrible pick. He's recently used that character against the likes of Sonic and Pikachu, where Aegis and Joker both struggle, and so the list of characters that Leo's going Aegis for whittles down more and more. It may be smarter to focus all of his secondary energy into Rob instead of splitting it between him and Aegis. When I think about it, there's not a current matchup Leo goes Aegis in that Rob can't handle just as well, if not better. Though all of this is still up in the air. Leo's been developing this matchup at the highest level, and it's paid off well so far. So all of this Rob talk is really only if things start swinging back in the other direction again. Which I think is actually pretty likely.
Stop
with Anin
suggesting Leo
specifically,
Rob.
given the unfavorable conditions for them in that S-Factor set. But beyond that, now that Leo has overcome the two players who were by far his biggest bracket demons, who's left? Is there anyone else Leo has never beaten? Well, yes, of course there is. Everyone has a player they've never beaten, because nearly every player has a matchup they've only ever played once, only to never see that player again. Leo's no different. There are a lot of matchups where Leo's lost their only encounter, but given another chance, he could easily win today.
I think Toriguri would fuck him up in the run back.
That being said, there are only 5 players in the world who have played Leo more than once who have never lost to him. Those players are Kameme, Yez, Super
Kameme played him twice. Kameme beat him with Mega Man and Sora. Kameme's kind of a fucking G for that, I'm not gonna lie.
Semi,
Super Semi's also played him twice and beat him twice. Wait a second. Leo beat Toriguri though? Wait, is this real? I think you're making up stats. Nope.
Neo, and Sura. How likely is it that Leo is going to beat these players,
He forgot the other. Wait, hold on.
Neo and Sura?
There's also oh, maybe he beat him. Yem in action. I don't know if Leo got a run back against him.
How likely is it that Leo is going to beat these players and even up his set record against them? Well, starting off with the least likely, Kameme and Yez basically don't play this game anymore. And while I have absolutely no doubt that Leo could beat them if they played again,
Level 1,
I just
I think,
don't
yeah.
think they're going to get the chance to for Ultimate's remaining lifespan. Super Semi and Neo are in a similar boat in the sense that I believe, if they fought right now, Leo could beat both of them. In fact, Leo was inches away from beating Super Semi the last time they fought at Cafeteria Cup. And if not for an incredible 3-1 stock comeback, Super Semi wouldn't even be on this list. Neo, on the other hand, is still actively competing, but it's undeniable that he's in a bit of a slump right now, while Leo's career has been on the rise. So if the two of them fought again, I think it's pretty likely Leo would take it. Both of these players regularly compete in Europe. So the next time Leo heads over there for a major or something, he could be getting his first wins on both of these players. And lastly, there's Syrup, the player who, I believe, has the best chances to become Leo's next big bracket demon. Syrup's career has been on an exponential rise, and he was actually the one who sent Leo to losers at S Factor 12, where he'd eventually go on to beat
Steve
him.
is quite good.
To me, that says that Leo might have more trouble beating Syrup's Steve with his Aegis. This is actually where my ideas about Rob might come into play.
Stop trying to convince Leo to play Rob.
But thinking about it, Syrup is in the same region as Zamba, so maybe just trying to use Aegis is the play here. Could Leo beat Syrup the next time they fight? Maybe, but I think Leo will have to be playing hot, and Syrup will have to, not be doing that. I guess we'll just have to wait and see, but for now, I'm excited to see if Syrup will live up to his potential and...
They should just go Zerusu, because I beat both of those players. Onin and Syrup. I just beat them both with Zerusu. It's very easy. All you have to do is outplay them for like 5 minutes a game. And yeah, it's super simple. That's just what you should do, All right. I don't know. I don't think... Like, I could see, actually, I agree. I think Syrup could be another demon for Leo to have to deal with. But who's to say? They'll have to go to more tournaments together. But that is, we don't get so graced. Speaking of Supernovas, already done, right? Yeah, that happened a month ago. Yeah, I'm definitely awake at the wheel. Anyway, thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one. Bye. Oh shit! Software update. Yeah, we'll do Ironmans. You guys were begging. You were on a cruise for Supernova? Yeah. I sure was.
Change, they fan the flame, scattering ashes to the wind.
Okay, I'm done chewing. Yeah, shut up, Luca. You know what the fuck you're talking about, dude. That's supposed to be an axe. Stop side beam. Bro loves eating the umbrella. You're not even getting a lot of damage. Ha! Baits. No, I live. That's fine. There's a masher. I'd be so bad. Well, wait, I started my air dodge. He's gonna jump, he might be dead. It's funny seeing Bayonetta not recover. Maybe I'll go Villager versus Bayonetta. It's my new counter pick, I've decided. Wait, so is my audio good? I mean, I didn't change anything. It should be fine. Rusty Fuzzy, thank you for the 10 months. I appreciate it. Tried to convince Light to go to the monthly this Saturday, but he's a coward. Oh my, lag. He's getting owned. I love the buffer system personally. Yeah, no jump. Doesn't really matter though. Oh, great DI. Tried to kill me. Is he dead? I don't know. Yeah, he's heavy. Okay, well, almost lost because I like as needed. I think 0, somewhere between 0 and 40. Might have been 40. I don't remember. All my homies hate Loxodon. I had a dream yesterday that like Galvin came out, or whatever the fuck that guy's name is. I don't know why I was dreaming about that. Yeah, that jump laser shit is not gonna fly for too long. See, it's predictable and not good. You timed the edge guard for me by doing that. Gavin's my kind of character, set play heavy and just wants to approach. Brave of you to assume he wants to approach. Most characters don't. Side B. I wanted him to shoot the laser. Played him at Evo with Dan for a while. The Dan Fornassi. My friend is already hard committed to Galv. We'll see how long that lasts. You gotta see how easy it is to just like run up and parry that shit. I don't know. I forget what like all of his moves even look like or do, so. I actually SD'd by doing that. I didn't think it would kill me. Yeah. Best move in the game. You're dead ass. Not my first rodeo, bub. That move is trash. I'm surprised there was enough lag for him to do that. That ISD at 20. You didn't F tilt. Nice. If you landed on the stage like you wanted to, you would have got forward smacked. Joker. Bring back perfect pivoting for Smash 6. Sure, man, why not? Everyone wants movement tech, just give it to them. Or just build it into the game. No, no, no. Stop. This is what you get for picking FD as Luigi. You're just desserts, as they call them. He should have committed to the read. He had me dead to rights. I think he wants to grab me. Do you think he knows I know? Oh, here we go. Chance time, buddy. Oh, you got one fair. It's looking like my Luigi, brother. You made that back. Bro thinks Nair is broken. Any Prime gamers in the chat want to sub for free? Free. Yeah. And es fucking disgusting. No MK? Why did I think Meta Knight was Ice Climbers? I don't know what's going on in my head. Oh, I should have timed the down throw. Got soap boat on. Bro loves forward smash. What is he doing? I actually rolled, I swear. Save my Sopo stock with that ice block. I think I'm dead here though, like for sure. Oh, you're garbage. He got fully Sopo'd that entire stock. No. Really can't run up, down tilt that. Why is he forward smashing so much, dude? What was that angle? Why did he get sent at that nasty angle? All right, I'm gonna play MK here. It's working? No, it's not. He's taking like 100 damage alone from whiffed forward smashes. Where's MK? Genuinely start anything. Mars or Sopo would beat my Mewtwo. My Sopo goes hard, dude. I think my Sopo might be better than my Ken. Whoa, Locky with the 10 gifted. I appreciate that a lot, man. Appreciate that. In these trying times. What happened? Your dash deck. You fucking grabbed me out of me down tilting you. Yeah. Does he have to? He doesn't have to flare blitz, but he's choosing to. I don't want to talk about that punish. Do I die? Wow. That boy's strong. Love the little lag spikes. Those are good. I haven't taken the stock yet. Very nice. Offline, I spot dodge that on reaction. He wants to break my shield so bad. Okay. Infinite sub hacks. Oh yeah. I'm not thanking Valorant for the subs. It's not happening. True. Gift 100 subs. Valorant will do it as well. Listen, Riot doesn't need all that money, right? He thanked me on time for once. Yep, you're welcome. Give me $1 million. Mr. Ping himself, here we go. He's literally just like mashing the whole time. Great timing. You didn't want to jump that time? I love the damage tax from recovering versus Charizard. Next time I simply won't recover, man. I didn't think he would just go up and do it. That he would at least try to go for a read. Fully expected him to fall out of that. Dude, that was dash tag. He's a Zard player at heart, let's be honest here. No more run up grab, dash attack, no more of that. You're done. You're cooked, buddy. Did I get my wired connection? I did. It's not on me. I think after stream today, I'm so torn. I want to play Hades 2, but I also want to start Final Fantasy Tactics. But Hades 2 is so fucking fun, man. Doing like high fear stuff now, things are getting scary. The wrong direction missile fake out. Yeah, that was my bad. 1 trillion IQ. They just don't make them like me. Oh, so we're not on for later then? Oh, I forgot I committed to doing some dumbass game with you, Luca. My fault. I'll play with you. I committed to... I said I'd hang out with you. I'll do it. Just know that I'd rather be doing something else the entire time I'm playing with you. Don't take it personally. I was worried about me shooting blanks. We are circle camping the K rule. I like it. Oh, he tried to break my shield. We can move it to Wednesday/Thursday if you want, since no one else replied yet. I'm down to postpone if nobody else plays. I think he SD'd. Well, SD'd as in I had to do the rest of the work, but yeah, he did. Three baggers! Oh. Is this another Civ game? Or is there another game being talked about? We're gonna play Peak. I don't mind postponing let the Hades run through you. Wait, get the crown. Get his ass. Shoryuken! I think jab kills at this point. I don't think I should figure out. Nah, it's not gonna kill for a while. You're mashing that hard. He was mashing down smash so hard that he still got the down smash out. Like after I jabbed him. I was considering civing one day, but then I figured, hey, I'd suck at this. Do you own the game? Greninja. I say Tokugawa. Luca is lost. Wait, what are we talking about? Yeah, I actually did see that glitch Striker King. K-Rool can get 2 crowns. Locky, just like go to G2A and like see if you can get the Rise and Fall DLC and the whatever the fuck it's called DLC. Gathering Storm, if you want the DLC. You got it all? Look at you go. I'm trash. I might actually die. Okay. I was a little scared that he was gonna like overshoot. Imagine sucking at Civ. Yeah, that's our local second placer right there. I don't even know where he lost his jump either, to be honest. I'm winning in a single player Prince difficulty run, so I'd say I'm pretty decent. Yeah, man. You're doing great. Four level 9 computers one time. We are the same. Ooh. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, that's the wrong way. Is that just gonna be your thing, bro? You're gonna be the side B guy? That's fine. Just keep side being med. There's no way it keeps not working, right? You're lucky. You're a genius. And your ping is trash. Imagine getting this guy again with Ricky. I'd love it. I know that doesn't break my shield. Daisy! Yeah, for any of the new subs or people that usually watch, I'm doing a crew battle versus EE. We're doing subs versus subs. We're doing a 10v10. As of right now, I got like 4 or 3 people. I don't really mean like soft confirmed, but if you are interested in the sub Discord, there is a message in the announcements channel, just like towards the top. Just react to it if you're interested. And please do only one react. It makes it a lot easier to manage. Wow, Ike's side B kind of sucks. That shit did no shield damage. Dude, what is these like random like stutters? I cannot believe that hit me. I don't think it's me because I've had some like smooth matches so far. Well, some of them. Second hit. You're not dead, right? Not even close. Dude, this is so fucking annoying. This lag is awful. I think I could have forward smashed. You sure you don't want to swing on that? I should just use that move more often. I really don't think it's that bad. I did 500 damage, sheesh. This is gonna be awesome. A battle between intellectuals, truly. I know the bomb blocks the grenade. Loki, I feel like. With that special, I feel like Meat Gunner wins this shit. How does it feel to be on the receiving end of getting cringed? This is awesome. Damn, I just killed him with the dinky little hitbox. Love that. Oh, I did a rising air dodge. No. He thinks I'm gonna like fall for his typical like jump traps. Buddy, I don't have to really approach you like that. It's fine. I'll gladly take that trade. Me Gunner. These are cute little off shades of purple, little pinkies. Look at Capitancito versus Sonics. I thought they traded sets. Everyone did great. FD again, if you hate me, God? Okay, sweet. More. That shield poked me. What the fuck? I should do this. Got his ass. Glad they nerfed that move. Oh, I tried to hold down. That's not back throw. Whoa. I thought down B was frame 1. No? Keep trying. Keep trying. Keep trying. Keep trying. Keep trying. Dude. At this point, it's disrespectful to do up air. This guy is real? Is this guy real? Oh my god. Holy, that guy is the GOAT. That's probably the smartest Dark Samus player I've ever seen. To be fair, I did keep telling him to try again. He was only listening to my advice. Damn, AP Sandy, tell me how you really feel. I think he was just salty at that point. Oh, definitely, yeah. All right, run up, grab. Dude's getting owned. A quick 60. Not letting go. I should let go. Damn, you're garbage. Bro, get a spot dodge on my respawn. Bro has no honest intentions. Bink, 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 bink. Alright, this matchup is winning for Junior. I decided. Oh god. It's over. This guy understands the mission. It's back air. Run it back here. Oh, my spacing was really bad. Where are you going? Facing the wrong way. Got him. Let's go. You can see my evil smile the moment I come up with that plan. I can't believe it was untechable, dude. It did 1 damage. Yeah. If you an Ironman, I will go to will you go to LMBM? No, dude, I'll go to Kaguriri.
3, 2, 1, go!
Just right through the turnip, huh? Damn. Another Stitch face. Can I get a third? He's trying to stomp up smash me at this percent. Okay, he's just a cheeser. He's just... No. That's what I thought. Fios, thank you for the 3 months. Appreciate it. I feel like I get one Stitch at least every time. Maybe I'm a little lucky. Maybe. No way to prove it though. That's great. You could technically, well, no, you can't. But imagine, like, looking at your lifetime record of like every time you've pressed down B as Peach, if you've gotten like if you are statistically unlucky or lucky for the pulls that you've gotten, and I'm talking not just for ultimate, but like for everything. That did a lot of damage to me, but it's okay because I'm DDD. Who cares? He said, "Raw," hella late. I could reflect that. Maybe I just wasn't low enough at the time. Nice roll read. Nice roll read. Well conditioned. Fuck that can. Okay, maybe I can't reflect that. Fuck, dude. It's like the perfect counter to Gordo. I tried to air dodge it, it picked it up. Alright, I have to stop jumping into that. That's like the #1 mistake I'm making. I don't know how I'm taking first dog each time, but here we are. Okay, okay. It's not a projectile. That was my final check. I was regrabbing ledge. I had to do something weird. Yes, let's go! Wait, Yvette. I have to show you a picture.
What the hell is he doing? What is weave? He gets into everything.
Yeah, I heard like the closet door close, and somehow he was in there when like I don't know what did he like jump off the door? I don't know. Is he up? Yeah. What did you tag me in? Hold on. Thank you for the gifteds, by the way. I have been locked the fuck in.
3, 2, 1, go!
What are we doing? I'd like to kill him here, but as a local Little Mac player, you tend not to get to choose when you do that. Okay, sweet. He's doing jump get up every time. I can probably catch that. I'm trolled. Die! Alright, check this out. Alright, not the way I wanted it to go. I love trading with that for no reason. I love it. It makes literally no sense. Yeah, I hate when I fucking hit him. It doesn't matter. Oops. Should have done it, honestly. I honestly should have side B'd his side B there all the way in the blast zone, bro. I don't know why I pussied out. Wait, so Chaos, you cannot participate? Or I didn't see the full message. I couldn't like go to it. Where's Falco? Where's Falco? This Friday, right? I can join, but I get home at 5:15. You know what? We'll keep you in the pocket. How about that? We'll send you in as number 10, as the actual factual anchor, but I don't know if it's gonna take that long. I think it will with like getting everyone into the lobby and stuff, because that shit tends to take longer than I'd like. Bro just bombed himself. No, I know the DI in on that last one. I think you're dead? Oh my god, the fucking distance on that shit. Just run up! Down smash? What character does he think he's playing? What is going on? Okay. We both die. Why did he die immediately? Bro's got no backbone. Doing an Ironman at Mash harder? Yeah, obviously. Well, you've officially fought every duck in the world. True. If you said you could just rotate people IRL, you'd win. These people, yes. I don't know about, you know, PR gamers. That changes the playing field a little bit. No. It was so not worth it. I went way too deep. I think he was dead already. I was just running away all game. What is this? Imagine not naring there. Oops. I'm surprised he even touched the wall. What the hell? But yeah, if I did not get hit by that, he would have lived. Some DDD this weekend? Yeah, if I make it to grand finals, game 1 DDD. Where's the tech? It was untechable. Your Candice PR in South Dakota? Hell yeah. Bro, almost died to that. Sheesh. You can just take those risks versus Sheik and it doesn't matter. I think if I just do run up tilt, he'll just jump into it. I don't think so. Woohoo! Move's broken. I guess I can't go Sheik versus your Banjo. Cross that off the list. Obviously, dude. $200 money match my Banjo with your Sheik. You're cooked, kiddo. No, Zap is not joining. I'm making sure EE knows that. The fuck did he just try to do to me? What the fuck are you doing? Okay, this guy's the GOAT. No moves work on him. He needs to go to tournaments right now. What is this? I don't understand. He is the most undash tackable person I've ever seen in my entire life. That was supposed to be back here. It's insane, dude. Insane that none of my moves ever worked versus him. I don't know what sorcery he is capable of, but shit was OD. I'm tempted to say it every time. Go for it, man. No, I fucking didn't mean to whistle. Didn't want roll. I miss input. That sweet spot. These Pikmin are fucking betraying me hard. I wonder if he could have Jeff smashed me. Yeah, I mean, I'm fucking Olimar off stage, dude. What do you want from me? Shadow Boxing Roy is an Olimar counter pick. It genuinely is. Mashing does so good against Olimar, it's kind of sad. I remember though, the two times I watched DeBuzz lose and just be absolutely devastated was when he lost to T, the Link, and just nared over and over and over and over again. And then he lost to that Yoshi from Japan that just mashed on him over and over and over and over again. How many characters were you in, Bo? Might be. Don't apologize, dude. That pisses me off way more than anything else. I was at 30-something. Just give me your Prime Gaming, dude. I'll forgive you after that. That should have reflected. Oh, just kidding. No sweet spot. Yoshi is a certified masher. This much is known. I thought I could get above that. I can't knight because he can pocket it. I can do this though. Should delete it. That's okay. I actually wanted to do, I'm cooking. I wanted to do neutral be there so I could reflect his water. You're not edge guarding me, brother. I'm Zelda. No air dodge. Not that that really matters. That move is garbage. I wonder if I did it like rising, it would have been smarter. Dumbass! Didn't know it still reflected that late. I'm close to elite with a few characters. Haven't found the time to play the game though. Yeah, neither have I, honestly. You know, I got to elite like one time and then I was like, you know, this is good enough for me. Came about to crash. Who am I maining these days? Oh, I'm like a pit player these days. Whatever it says on the bottom right, that's who I main.
3, 2, 1, go!
You gonna shield? What are you doing? Did I hear randos? Trying to lose your money? I'm not counting this. This guy didn't even play the game. Is it now here or nowhere? Guys, stop trying to invite Dark Wizzy to the crew battle he's not invited to. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? I say it like 55 times and you guys are still just trying to do it. This is the ping of all time, brother. Damn, that shit killed. I ain't losing no money in randos. You're playing yourself. There's no world where you think you are better than me at randos. There's just no way. Go to Genesis. That's it. I'm fucking taking all your money. I'm sick of being disrespected. Also, I just play Falcon and up smash. Didn't connect 3 times in a row in one match. That's weird. Must be a glitch. You should be up being. Good time to be. Shoryuken! Huh? Who's that? What's up, Jenks? This coast sucks. Why do y'all like it here so much? Someone's in the East Coast. Someone's mad about it. This coast is lit. East Coast is way better than West Coast. West Coast is hot as balls, expensive as hell. And what do you even have over there? The desert? Ooh. Very cool. I enjoy seeing nothing all of the time. Dead trees, houses that all look the same. In-N-Out is your main attraction. How does it feel? I get into my Uber after the airport and everyone says you have to go to In-N-Out. Your place sucks ass. It has no history. I tried to make a play. That up air is actually insanely broken. What the fuck was that? Fuck it, give the down air landing hitbox too. Genesis is during Valentine's. Be for real. I'm too taken for that. You gotta bring your boot dang to Genesis. That's what I'm doing. Fucking goddamn it. Oh, I accidentally double jumped. Well, you're shit, so. Got your ass! Oh! Okay, I'll air dodge, fine, whatever. Keep spot dodging. Why did I even do that? And that's entirely on me. What the fuck? That was the buffers. No. Well, I'm fucking dead to the slam dunk now. Yep, and he knows it. I wanted up tilt, but whatever. Okay. Wouldn't have killed anyway, apparently. $190? Too fat! Oh, that's not good. Oh, dude, I thought I got kill sparked. I was gonna be so mad if that's how I lost. I was like, what the fuck is the point of having a disjoint if you just trade with Kazuya back here? What the hell? From below it, mind you. Don't forget that was a from below trade. Heavy T, thank you for the 48 months. I appreciate it. Boothang? That's a new one. You've never heard Boothang? Am I showing my age? There's no way. You guys know what that is. Surely you've all heard that. Not you, Luca. Obviously, I know you don't know it. Oh, he's the up smash god. I forgot. Oh, why didn't you up smash? You're the up smash god. You're not a part of the turbo team. No tipper? Stop doing whatever that was. What are you cooking there, buddy? If you don't know Boothang, you're ultra unk. I think it's the opposite. I think if you do, you're ultra unk. That tipper. Dude, I can't space for shite. I got hit by the return of the boomerang. Holy shit, it was like completely the other way. Dude, he's cooking. Oh, you lucky you let that shit go. My turn. I done it. Never punished. One more. Come on, dude. Don't stop spinning now. That was your time to spin, but actually this time. And fucking hit him with the stupid fucking sword. Dumbass. Hit the bomb. Bink. No. Ever try to cheese me at 0% again. I see you were playing the undoubtedly most fun character in the game. Marth? No. He's fun for like 1 to 2 games, and then it's like, all right, I'm done. I've gotten over the satisfaction of hitting tippers. They're either Z-drop calming you or they run away with their boomerangs. Yep. And they all love their little reverse up Bs, and they all just fucking mash grab when you're in the corner, and it's just like, all right, guys. Please, please, ladies, please. You can't all be mashing the same buttons.
3, 2, 1.
You're done. Why am my shield so low? I didn't think you would go for a sweet spot there. Dude, every time I play Rob, I think about that time Leo traumatized me by saying I don't know how to play Rob. Because he's right. The fuck? Spot dodge up B. Stop trying to up B cheese me. Just play normal. Oh, he beat me to the punch somehow. Maybe I could have double jumped. Tried to up smash. People who can't play Rob are either intellectually more advanced than the Robs. You think so? I think you've got a point. Mario Party time. Whoops, I didn't mean to full hop. Nice. Dumbass. Alright, I'll play one more. I don't want to play PT though. I will play. Who do I want to play? I see the name Bayonetta in chat, so I'm playing Bayonetta. Bro said Samus, all caps, loves Samus. Hot dog! Oh no. Oh no. Alright, I'll play one more after I'll play Duck Hunt, whatever. Since you spent the channel points to do so. Man, I sure wish I was playing Duck Hunt right now. It's over, it's over, it's so over, it's so over. Where's my bats? Alright, wait, I can win this, I can win this. Wait, I can win this, I can win. Good combo. No problem. No, I wanted to do the double parry, like the predecessors before me or fucking whatever. Forgot. You don't know shit. Oh fuck, he read the shit out of me though. I have to be scared of so many things all at once. It's fucking terrifying. Facing the wrong way. Just ABK? Okay. It's like a magnet, dude. You saw it just kind of sucked me in. It's because I wasn't ABK. It's weird. ABK just traded. Oh, I meant to up B. Still have all my resources. It's fine. I think I just saved him. This ABK shit was a great advice. Fuck! Terrible advice. Just up tilt towards me so I can like up smash you or something. Thank you. Low-key, I wanted to kill him really bad. I know I could have, but I think I dropped the combo. Well, I definitely dropped the combo. Buddy, you good? That was so mistimed that I did the head bop. Fuck. Alright, cool. Hot dog! Did you guys like my little scream out of fear? Hot dog, hot diggity dog. As a gentle reminder, I'm doing a 10v10 versus EE exclamation point crew or whatever the fuck the command is. Yeah, I saw the new K-Roll crown tech. Isn't it just a bug though? You can't like actually like really do it. It's called spacing Zelda. When I space stuff on your shield, generally you can't grab it. Thought I'd let you know. Yeah, you know, I don't need no bitch-ass projectiles. Just dog and duck. Well, beat your ass. What's up? Don't jump. Shit. Fuck out of here. Jump read. Respect the dog. Respect him. Respect the dog. Yo, unkick your router right now. I need to recover. Did I disconnect or did he? Okay, that's a bot. Yeah, he disconnected somehow. Well, that's a little lame way to do it. I was gonna win anyway, though. Love frame trapping the bots. What the fuck is this bot doing? Do bots double neutral B? I guess, man. I don't know. Oh, that was sad. Well, there you go. The dog was so hot he disconnected. He disconnected. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Tomorrow, maybe a little bit of Ironman into variety or something, man. Something. Peace out, my dudes.